here it is, NT Mini Noir Edition. It just came out, and with that comes an FPGA Nintendo that's already been jailbroken. That can give you even more, a lot more too, than just Nintendo, and give you multiple cores to other systems as well. So we're going to open it up. This is just an unboxing. Again, eventually I'm sure I'll do a stream with it. Again, even comparing it to the Retro AVS, which is 720p. This is 1080. This is 1080p instead of 720. But yeah, and again, the 720p Retro USB AVS is a fantastic system as well. They're just two different beasts. One's going to do Nintendo FPGA emulation, and it is emulation. It's hardware emulation. It's emulating the hardware, not software. And the other is going to do the same, but also get a few more cores when you jailbreak it. But yeah, and again, I do have a AVS. I enjoy it as well. I also have a high def NES. I have multiple ones, and I do enjoy those as well. But this offers a kind of a unique and different experience, so that's why I kind of wanted it for sure. So as we're unboxing it, looks like, yeah, it looks like it really isn't not taped on. It's just fresh. Or it's things like made of anodized aluminum. There we go. It's coming out this way. Stick around. I have two of them. Yeah, this first, and then another one. Ooh, okay. There we go. Okay, not bad. Definitely. Ooh, it is aluminum though. It feels very premium. What's interesting is I've never had an NT Mini. Never had an NT Mini, so I actually didn't know what to expect for the size. And to be honest, this is smaller than I thought it was going to be. Straight up. Definitely smaller than I thought it was going to be. If I can... smaller, I will say that. Again, you have your 72-pin Nintendo there, and your 60-pin Famicom. The metal feels like it does feel premium, all right. And again, you've got see-through. I wonder if they light up. Nintendo ports, and then you have the transparent bottom. This looks nice. I mean, that's was anyone going to doubt that this was going to look this nice? This is an Analogue product. It's $500, so what do we have here? We have HDMI out. We have RGB component S-video composite out here. We got two analog stereo out. Looks like a headset. Yeah, it is a headset port. You have the Famicom expansion port, power supply, USB, and that's going to be your power on and power off. You also have an LED, it looks like right here by the analog symbol, and you have an SD card slot. So again, all of these are very, very looks premium. It is it's not as black as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more noir, if you will, but it definitely is really, really nice looking for sure. Yeah, feels well built. Not that there was going to be any surprise there. Wow. So let's see what else comes in the box. So first, again, always like, oh, they always package it nice, and I always, every analog product I've got has been packaged really nice. I'm gonna lift this up. oh, that's right, it comes with a controller. So we have an instruction manual. Welcome to Analog. There you go. Yeah, just to start playing essentially. So there you go, not too much there. You have multiple connections. Again, we're here in the US. Let me use this bad boy. Yeah, so is a brick, but that's okay, that's fine. It is rated at output 12 volts, 1 amp. Not using a lot. There you go. We'll lock that in for later, of course. And then we have the 2.4 gigahertz controller. This was something I was very interested in because, of course, when it comes down to it, I would much rather have a 2.4 gigahertz controller than a Bluetooth because, of course, you're going to get less latency between press of a button and a screen when you go with 2.4 gigahertz versus going with a Bluetooth controller. In fact, the wireless mic I'm using right now is 2.4 gigahertz. But yeah, so I mean, it feels good. It feels, I mean, it's an 8-bit Duke controller, so what do you expect? They're actually really well-made controllers. It feels good. Oh, it's got a little bit of a charge. And then it comes with the receiver as well, so you can use this on an original NES as well. Nice. So, it also comes with a HDMI that's branded with Analogue. It's always like a very premium feel when they do that with all their systems. And then it is still micro USB, which I'm not too surprised. They probably used a lot of the board design from the original NT Mini, which also was micro USB. So I'm not too surprised that it is, of course, micro USB versus being, being like Type-C or something like that. But yes, this is more so to charge the controller because, of course, even here you get this micro USB. So again, it's really to charge a controller is all that's for. Because remember, your power is still a barrel jack, which I don't know if I'm gonna get flack for this, but I prefer having a barrel jack. They're less likely to break off. Although their other systems are micro USB. But yeah, overall, the system is very nice. Again, very well packed as usual. It's got that nice quality. Obviously, the biggest issue is, well, you can't get one. And I think that's always kind of an issue with Analogue, because Analogue, honestly, they make premium products. They're fantastic products overall. They have great engineering there. I mean, Kevtris, who has worked on quite a bit of these projects, he's incredible. And so you have so much there, but like they always like to make it limited quantity, especially the pocket. Now, I was able to get an Analogue pocket, and I'm very happy and very grateful that I did. But at the same time, more people should be able to get it. It's like more people should be able to get this if they wanted it. And so it's kind of a shame that Analogue doesn't make more. I know there's a lot more to it. Warehouse space to keep all the products. Amongst other things, they have to only do certain batches. But if they opened up pre-orders constantly, like they do with their Super NT and their Mega SG, I think they would get some good sales figures out of that. But yeah, I literally went ahead and ordered this. I remember the panel I was at. The panel was awesome at PAX, and I saw it come up, and I ordered it right away. So there you go. Nice feet on the bottom there. Solder tool. Not great. I digress. Doesn't flood the whole ground plane there. But nevertheless. Overall, though, I mean, it's a very premium NES. And again, that's what you're paying for. A premium NES. As well as the other cores it can do. It can do quite a few other cores as well, which is great. So overall, very impressed with it. I knew I was going to be though. Definitely smaller than I thought. I really, really thought this was going to be bigger for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I know it's the NT Mini, but still, I thought it was bigger. And on top of that, I will say that, the aluminum is really nice. It really looks nice. However, why don't they, it's kind of silly not to make a plastic version and use that plastic version to go ahead and kind of compete with retro USB ABS. Because I'll tell you, if this was, say there's a plastic version, maybe they took out the Analogue and sold it for $200, going up against the retro USB ABS, that'd be more enticing because, of course, you have the Analogue name and you also have, that has like, characteristics behind that FPGA. I'm not saying anything bad about retro USB. I mean, again, I have the retro USB ABS and I love it. But also, you kind of get that, the jailbreak cores and things with it, and you get 1080p out versus 720p out. So I think, for $20 more, they would definitely have some good competition. But yeah, I mean, they're just not even in the same, like, conversation almost, as crazy as that sounds. Even though they're both NES FPGAs, they're completely different price range. I mean, you could get 2 retro USB ABSs, still $100 left over before buying this. So they're not even in the same realm. They're not catering in some cases the same customer base. Because of course it's going to be a certain customer base that's going to be $500 and be like, wow, I love the NES. I think that's beautiful. I would love that. And then there's others that are like, look, I just want to get a decent HDMI out of my Nintendo, and I don't want to pay for someone to install my, high def NES. They're going to go with the retro USB ABS, which makes sense. $180 is a fantastic product. So overall, very impressed with the build quality and everything else. I would say if you, again, I'm going to be plugging it in and playing it. Is it worth $500? It's up to you if it is. Again, there's much cheaper options. A high def NES kit, if you can install it yourself, it's great. Again, I have a couple of those. I think I've installed on the channel too. And then, of course, you can have someone install it and still be cheaper than this. If you want a retro USB ABS, that's even cheaper, when you really think about install in the high def NES price. However, you get 720p instead of 1080p. So definitely some trade-offs. But at the end of the day, this is catered for a certain clientele. So I'm very excited. Definitely with the cores. I mean, is that weird? I'm more excited to check out the, maybe because I already have a high def NES, and I already have retro USB ABS. And I'm more excited to check out the jailbroken cores. And I bought it just being like, I hope that does get jailbroken. Sure enough, Smoke Monster already released the jailbreak. So that's going to be one of the first things I'm doing for that. Okay. Thanks for joining me, guys. Again, I hope you kind of like this quick unboxing. I was just one of those, came today and I kind of share my thoughts on it. As I think it is really nice. I mean, feels good, but you got to think, is this the same price as the PS5? Sure, yeah, I can stream some footage of the jailbreak. Absolutely. I'm gonna probably end up doing that. If not today, then tomorrow. Stream some jailbreak stuff. Check out some of the cores once they get everything loaded up. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I mean, it looks really good. I can't knock that, right? Everyone knew it was gonna look good, right? It's definitely less black than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know what I thought. It's more gun. It's called the gun metal edition, because it definitely is like. Very closer. You'll get the color tone. It's not like, I don't know, the renders made it seem more black, but that's what they were. They were renders, right? So, but still not at all disappointed, at least in the build quality and the unboxing experience. As of course, Analogue always does a nice unboxing experience. Lift this up, and then take this out, lift it up, and then it's like, there's your controller and everything to greet you. So very exciting stuff. Again, it's worth $500, worth the price of a PS5. That's for sure. And of course, that's even you can get one now. So I'd love if they would open up pre-orders for people again, or again, like I said, make a plastic version that can compete with the retro USB ABS, which is also fantastic FPGA. But nevertheless, I digress. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for joining me. And yeah, we'll get some jailbroken stream going soon with this, especially for the different cores. as well. So I've already released it, which is awesome.